Hello and welcome back to another popcorn chat. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video I'm going to be speaking to you about Cameron and Colin Cairns' latest film, Late Night with the Devil. I heard a few people talking about this film back in October at London Film Festival, and then a few teaser trailers have dropped, some stills have dropped, and I didn't want to look into it because all I saw was David Dastmalchian and I was absolutely sold. I didn't need to know anything about the film, I was invested. All I will say is that this film is set in 1977 and we follow a talk show host, Jack Delroy, and his views are decreasing. So he decides to bring in a few people from the occult to bring up those views, and a few things start to go wrong. I've seen David Dastmalchian in a few smaller roles, such as The Dark Knight, Prisoners, and more recently, The Suicide Squad. So he plays Jack Delroy, our late night host in this film, and I have to say he does a great job at being a leading man in this. There's a real range of emotions which his character has to go through during the course of this film, and he's able to display those emotions and react to scenarios in such a great way. In terms of the horror elements within this film, it balances the use of CGI and practical effects really, really well. There are a few moments in that third act where I audibly gasped because there were so many sort of shocking special effects happening on screen. I just couldn't believe what was happening in front of my eyes. By including these practical effects, you can tell that these directors are fans of horror, and I'm sure everyone, myself included, will really appreciate that when it comes to filmmaking. My only real negative of this film was that it was a little bit predictable in some of its plot points. We've seen similar narratives when it comes to possession in films, how they prey on the weak and the vulnerable, and that happens as well here. Obviously this is all a part of his character's journey and I totally understand that. It's just it did feel a little bit familiar that I've seen in many other possession films. Saying that, I really enjoyed Late Night with the Devil. It's one of my favourite horrors that I've seen this year, and I think every horror fanatic, or whether you're a David Dastmalchian fan, you're going to like this film, and seeing him in a leading role is going to really, change the game, and I think he's going to be getting a lot more leading parts in films after the release of this. So I'm going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching this review of Late Night with the Devil. Do let me know your thoughts if you've seen the film down below, and I'd love to check those out. If this sounds like your sort of film, it will be out in cinemas from the 22nd of March and also on Shudder in early April. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon for another popcorn chat.